Time to try 12 different flavors of Doritos. Now, this was one that has been very commonly requested, and I hesitated doing it because there aren't that many Doritos flavors stateside available. Because a lot of people don't realize when they give recommendations, they'll be like, hey, review this, and it's like there's like 3 flavors. It'll be like a 50-second video. But for this one, I did find 9 different flavors easily available here, and then I went the extra mile and I ordered 3 flavors from Canada that are not available here, that I've never had before, to try to make this video a little more interesting. So yeah, let's dive into it. First off, you have your classic nacho cheese. I remember when these used to be called nacho cheesier when I was younger. Your classic orange Dorito. Truth be told, Doritos are never really my first choice for like a snack. I like them fine, and these are pretty good. This is like the baseline default Dorito. Like a solid B, you know, never gonna be bad, always gonna be pretty good. Now let's try their sibling, Cool Ranch. It's got those specks of orange and green on there. You know, I used to think I was a nacho cheese guy, but these have more flavor, and I'm like more enticed to eat more of these than the nacho cheese. I think the nacho cheese ones could stand to be a little more cheesy, whereas these have a good solid flavor. These are like an A tier. Funnily enough, though, if we're talking Doritos Taco Bell, then nacho cheese is my go-to. But I don't think they even make the Cool Ranch shells anymore, or maybe they do. I don't remember, but I don't know. Right now, I'm feeling Cool Ranch actually over nacho cheese. I think after this one, I will have not had any of the other flavors before. This is Doritos Spicy Sweet Chili. I remember really liking these in college, and I still really like these. They have that really nice sweetness actually. Sweet, savory, got a pretty decent little heat. Like a nice tangy salsa, and yeah, that sweetness and that spiciness just builds up, and it's very addicting. This is like S tier. Definitely my favorite of the 3. All right, Simply Organic Doritos White Cheddar. Interesting. I wonder how these will turn out. These are interesting. Pretty subdued flavor. In terms of organic corn, I can't taste any difference between texture. It's like a light dusting of, if you've ever had like Smart Food, like white cheddar popcorn, it's like if you lightly dusted a tortilla chip with that. These would go pretty well with like a salsa or like a cheese sauce or something, but on their own, they're okay. Like a C tier. There's just enough of a little bit of a savory cheesiness, very faint, that makes these slightly better than regular tortilla chips. So, not bad, but needs like a dip or something. Alright, here's a flavor I did not know really existed, but spicy nacho. Apparently these are like a regular, part of the regular rotation. Ooh, they're bright orange. These are like the improved version of nacho cheese. If I said those were a B tier, these are like A tier. Definitely a much bolder flavor, a little bit more spiciness. It's almost like if you took nacho cheese Doritos and almost added like Taco Bell hot sauce. So it's not that hot, but it adds a little bit of flavor, a little bit of depth to it. Yeah, these taste like how I remember nacho cheesier Doritos tasting like to me as a kid in the 90s. And also Doritos having a nice little bit of heat actually does add to the flavor a little bit. So yeah, definitely better than, I would actually pick these up over nacho cheese any day. Here we have Doritos Tapatio, flavored like the popular hot sauce. These are getting redder and redder as we go. Yo, these are dope. I love that. I love like that Tapatio flavor. It's got a nice spiciness, nice almost kind of sour vinegariness, and a slight sweetness. Really boldly flavored. Like, all of these are just making nacho cheese look like a little bitch as we go. These are definitely, I'm gonna say A tier, if not S tier. Actually, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say it. This is like S tier. Like, even though this is almost like the Charizard of the nacho cheese, spicy nacho Tapatio. Even though these don't strictly taste like cheese, but there's a little bit of a similar flavor in terms of the spicy savoriness. Yeah, I'm gonna say these are great. S tier. Very good. Let's see if these get hotter and hotter. Here's Doritos Flamin' Hot Nacho. Now, I love Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I don't know if these taste the same as those or not. Nice and red. Okay. Oh, look at this red ass chip. These are strongly flavored. Nice and spicy. They taste just like Flamin' Hot Cheetos, but not as complex as the Tapatio, because Tapatio is based off, those are based off a real hot sauce. There's that nice dimensional flavors. This is a little more one note. Definitely spicier though. This is spicier for sure. I prefer the Cheeto version of this, but these are still good. This is still gonna be like a B tier. Yeah, a little one note, but still pretty good. Also, definitely spicy. Like, you know, not like crazy hot, but that's a pretty good heat. So I can respect that. Now let's try this version, Flamin' Hot Limon. These look about the same. Oh, wow. Ooh, that's lime for sure. I know people out there really like lime chips, and I respect that. They're a little too much for me, just a little too much. It's very, like, almost like sour candy. Ooh, yeah. Not bad, but so sour. I appreciate that they have a heat to them, but I can barely taste the Flamin' Hot powder at all. It's just like lime all over the tongue with a little heat on the back end. These just aren't my style. Like, they're not bad, but for me personally, these are like D tier. Like, I'm not particularly interested in having more of these. But that's just a personal thing. I'm just not into these chips that taste like almost like sour candy. Like, I love a good, like, fresh squeezed lime over, like, Mexican food in, you know, real Mexican food. But when the lime version of it on, like, chips, it's just, like, too much. It tastes like sour candy to me. Well, speaking of which, here's Doritos Dinamita, whatever. Chile Limon. These are rolled up. These ones are better than the Flamin' Hot ones. First off, the texture is very crunchy. I like that. Second, the chili, you can actually taste it in this. Like, there's definitely more of a heat and more of a chili flavor. And the lime is still pretty strong. So I'm still gonna say these are like C tier for me. But definitely more balanced than this. Like, these are pretty tasty. Like, I wouldn't say B tier because I could not, like, eat a ton of these. But pretty decent. Like, this is like the most lime I can handle with the complement of another flavor with it. Otherwise, it's too much lime. But this version, pretty good for what it is. And I usually hate lime chips. All right, it's time for the Canadian ones. Here we've got Zesty Cheese. Just cheese? Okay, that's wild to me. Was nacho cheese too scary for you guys? And I'm sure you guys had nacho cheese too. I'm just teasing. Okay. Imagine if you took the nacho cheese Doritos, took out all the taco seasoning flavor, and made them a little saltier. That's what these are. They're just salty cheese, just cheese tortilla chips. Like, they've got a pretty good flavor, but they're pretty salty. Maybe a little too salty for me, but this is still like a B tier. Like, I could get into this. I'm gonna try this one next because it doesn't sound that interesting. This is Jalapeno and Cheddar, which I think we've had variations of this in the States for like limited times or whatever, but okay. I do appreciate that these have an actual nice jalapeno flavor, because a lot of other chips will just try to do hot and it doesn't taste like jalapeno. Because jalapeno chips, they have that almost nice sort of slightly pickly, slightly like it's hard to describe, but peppery, pickly kind of flavor, which I like. With that said, definitely on the milder side in the Doritos spectrum. I'm still gonna give these like a B, because these are pretty good. I think I might even like these equal to or slightly better than nacho cheese, maybe. It would depend on my mood. Like, if I wanted more of like a jalapeno flavor, obviously this is the one to go for, because I do like that. But I'm gonna say I think I like these better than nacho cheese. There's at least that jalapeno twist that makes it a little more interesting. And finally, bold barbecue. That just sounds interesting. A barbecue Dorito. Okay. Oh, yo, that's pretty awesome. I was not expecting... I mean, obviously they're called barbecue chips, but it's so weird eating a Dorito and it's like tangy barbecue sauce. Like that's, you know, that classic barbecue chip flavor on a Dorito. But it works. They're really tasty. This is like A tier, if not S tier. They got the same addictive quality as the spicy sweet chili. Fuck it, S tier. These are great. They're tangy and sweet. Very tasty fucking chips. Damn, Canada. This was a good choice. So that was 12 Doritos. Overall, pretty positive experience. The worst ones, you know, like the organic tortilla, the white cheddar ones are fine, I guess. And the lime chips, not a big fan of, but even those weren't that bad. Like, none of these made me mad. And I don't even feel like I'm gonna die after having recorded this. So, sometimes it's nice to have a little break. Definitely enjoyed these, and the spicy sweet chili, and the Tapatio chips the most. Thank you, Doritos. I haven't had Doritos in a while. And, I'm pretty pleasantly surprised. Thanks, Dorito.